Hi everyone, I'm making cheesy stuffed meatloaf for tea tonight, so I thought I'd just share this recipe with you today. So in my bowl I've got about 450 grams of beef mince. To that I'm going to add onion, so I've got a chopped up onion here, and I'm also going to add some parsley which I've chopped up, and some garlic right here. So the recipe calls for 2 cloves of garlic, so that's about two teaspoons. Obviously if you like garlic you might want to add more than that. If you don't like garlic, take it down a bit. If you've got an important date, maybe don't put any in at all, maybe. So I'm going to mix that together, get that all in there. I've already got my oven heating up to 175 degrees. So I'm putting all this in here, mixing up, kind of breaking up that mince as I go. It's not completely mixed in, but I'm going to start adding the next ingredient, which is 2 eggs, which I have beaten. So I've kind of beaten those up a little bit, and I'm going to add them in now. So I'm going to mix that in. This will make it easier for me to get this onion and parsley and garlic mixed through. Keep moving that around, getting it all nicely amalgamated together. There we go, nearly there. Scrape down the sides and make sure I've got everything in there. Mix it up nicely. Next is some breadcrumbs, and I've got about a cup of breadcrumbs there that I'm going to add in. So I'm going to put those in next. And also in here we have half a cup of milk, so that's going to go in. And last but not least, 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce. I like Worcester sauce, so I tend to kind of put a little bit more in there than necessary, just to give it a bit of extra oomph, if you like. So then I'm going to mix all that around. Mixing it all up. That breadcrumb, get it mixed in, get it all incorporated. It's a kind of wet mixture, not soppy, but slightly wet, so it sticks together nicely. Get it all mixed in there. Still some pockets of breadcrumb not mixed in, so I'm going to keep mixing that around. Okay, that looks like it's getting pretty good to me. Don't want to miss out on any of that lovely parsley that's sticking to the sides there. I'm just going to kind of move my spoon through it and make sure that I haven't got any little clumps of breadcrumb or mince that aren't kind of mixed in, and I don't. So that's fabulous. Now comes the interesting part. So we want to put about 2/3 of our mixture into our loaf tin. I've got my loaf tin here ready to go, and I've sprayed this with oil, ready to go. So I'm going to put about 2/3. I'm going to kind of figure out how much 2/3 is. And I'm just going to pop it in my loaf tin. Oops, missed. Pop it in there. And what I'm going to do is kind of push that into the corners, push it down and in there evenly, and then I'm going to build up the sides. So I'm just going to create a hollow in my meatloaf. So I want to put up the sides, pushing up the sides, and you want that to be about 1 inch thick. For those of you who don't know how big 1 inch is, that's about 2.5 centimeters. Or if you're not really sure, your thumb knuckle from there to there is about 1 inch. So we're creating this nice wall that we're going to put our filling into. I feel like I've used a bit much of the mince. We'll soon find out if I don't have enough for the top. So there we go, created my hollow. just going to make it a little bit tidier and make sure that thickness is nice and even. You do have to kind of get a bit mucky with your hands on this one. Okay, pushing up the side. I feel like that end bit's a bit thin, so I'm just going to put a little bit more in there. As long as I've got enough mince to put on top, I'm good. So I've created a little hollow. I feel like that needs to be wider. I'm going to push it down a little bit and make that a little bit thicker there. So I'm just creating that nice wide wall so that it doesn't collapse when I put that stuffing in, because that would be disastrous, but still nice, I have to say. Okay, I feel like I've got a nice little hollow there. Alright. A little bit more in the end here and that end there, I feel. Alright. Nice little hollow. Okay, so into that hollow I've got a cup of cheese. So I'm going to put about half the cheese in the bottom. So there's my cup of cheese going in the bottom. And on top of that I'm going to pop some mushrooms that I've sliced up. So I've got some nice sliced mushrooms to go in here. Oops. And some bacon, of course. Gotta have bacon, everything's better with bacon, so sprinkle that around. A couple of rashers have gone in there. And then I'm just going to pop some more mushroom on top. And then the last of the cheese. Oh, there's a couple more bits there. Go over there. Some more mushroom, just a nice little layer in there. Pop it all on. There we go. And the last of that cheese to go in there as well. Popping it all on nicely. Now it looks quite full, but you kind of push it down in there. It all works in. And don't forget the cheese is going to melt as we cook it. Pop it all in there. Beautiful. A little bit more. Because cheese is also good. Alright, and I've pushed it down a little bit so it all fits in nicely. And then I'm going to get the last of my mince, pop that on top, and kind of just mash it all down really, and make it into one big solid loaf. Big chunk of onion there. So I'm pushing that in. I'm trying to get those bits to join up. Pushing it in. Firming it down so it's all nicely stuck together. Last little bit of mince in there can come out, and onion. We're going to have the onion. Pop that all in. Right. A little bit of mince, this escaped. So that's pretty much it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this in the oven for 1 hour at 175. You did hear me say that my oven is preheated. And then when it's cooked after an hour, I'm going to take it out and just pop it on the bench and let it rest for about 10 minutes to 20 minutes. If you want to take it out of the loaf tin to serve it, I would let it rest for at least 10 to 15 before taking it out of the loaf tin. And then when you slice it open, you get that lovely filling and that little bit of oozy cheesiness happening there. So it's a really nice, tasty winter meal as the nights start getting shorter and getting darker and colder. It's a bit wet and miserable today, so this is what I've decided to do for dinner tonight. And Dean's also working night shifts, so he can take some for a meal in the middle of the night as well. So that's it. Pretty easy, pretty simple. I'll pop up the full list of ingredients on the post. Enjoy. I hope you like it. It's a bit of a different twist on a meatloaf. I find most meatloaf recipes quite dry and unappetizing, whereas this one's quite moist and tasty. So give it a go, enjoy, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye.